Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to a Jolt of Holt, the only podcast that is not sponsored by Audible. I'm Grant Holt, and I want to thank you for listening. If you like the show, be sure to give us 5 stars on iTunes. If you don't like the show, give us 5 stars anyway. I don't care. Now, if you're wondering what this show's about, let me tell you because it's really no big secret. In a nutshell, I talk to people, and they hopefully talk back. When they do, it usually leads to some pretty great conversation, and when they don't, things just get awkward. My first guest has been an actor since he was a toddler. He has video evidence of me drinking boba for the first time ever. We were stoneheads in a production of The Addams Family as freshmen, and he's the heir to the Duncan Yo-Yo family fortune. That last part may be a lie. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Joshua Duncan. Okay, let's see if this is recording. Great, okay. Hang on, let me reorient this. I think we're good.
You can edit it afterwards.
Yeah. I'll edit it afterwards. Don't worry. Yeah. Okay, so Josh Duncan, thank you for coming up on the show here today. So, dude, like, what's happening?
Well, getting close to the end of senior year.
Yeah, we have 8 days. 8 days.
8 days.
I think it's 8 days.
I thought it was 9. That's better news.
Is that counting today? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's counting today.
Counting today, probably? I don't know.
Or, so sometime.
Yeah.
But, excited to graduate from high school and move on to college.
No, it's crazy. I mean, I'm just so ready to move, Like, have you felt relaxed at all in these last 8 days? I have not.
Yes.
Really? Oh, I guess
very relaxed.
Yeah, especially in, like, statistics, right?
I mean, stats, even though we have the AP tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, at the time of this podcast,
yes.
I don't know how long it'll be, but with the AP tomorrow, I have not touched AP stats for about a week. So
wow, that's pretty good.
I think I am very prepared, and
I don't think you've touched AP stats this entire year, honestly. Like, yeah.
I mean, the grades show themselves, right?
Yeah, no, they totally do. And it's great. It's a great feeling when like the teacher enters in that like last grade, and you like your grade's safe. It's done. It's not gonna drop. You can just like sit there.
Agreed.
But the problem is then you're like questioning why you're still there. It's like me with like half my classes right now. Like the grade's not gonna change.
I mean, classes the last few days have literally been come in, have free time for 54 minutes.
Yeah. Or watch a movie.
And then move on to the next class.
No, it's except for like lit.
Except for physics for me.
Physics? Oh, that's true.
Well,
for me too.
Lit, we have to write reflections, but I mean, for the most part, if you get the reflection done in 5 minutes, you have 49 minutes of free time.
Yeah. I mean, Shadell's just trying to keep us busy. I think, and plus, I like the idea of a senior project,
Yeah, I like the idea of a senior project. I'm excited to...
What are you doing?
I am going to try to learn to play the electric bass.
I don't know, we're presenting these, right, in the presentation?
I think we are presenting these in front of the class if you have something to present. So if you're learning an instrument, I think you have to play a few chords. I
mean, in this case, though, I don't know if I want to play this entire podcast because I don't know the total runtime, but it's going to be like an hour long. Hopefully.
Yeah,
I don't know. We bring on, with Nathan when he comes on. I don't know how long he's going to talk.
I don't think Miss Shadell's going to want to play your podcast
for an hour.
I imagine it'd just be going on in the background while we do our class activities.
Probably. No, that'd be fantastic. But no, it's crazy, man. It's the last few days of high school. Yeah. It's insane.
One act's just finished, and
yes,
that's my final drama performance.
That's a good transition. So 1X, what happened there? Like, holy cow, you wrote like a psychological. I called it a psychological thriller, all right, involving ticket and like recent productions. It was crazy. So like, what was the process of that? Like, where did it come from?
So we started the 1-act writing process back in December-ish.
That's pretty early.
Where we just were given a overall theme and we had to write a script based off that.
Okay.
And I think the first one had to do something with colors. We had to write a script based off colors.
Okay.
I wrote something about like 3 groups, one being the Roys, one being the Jivs, and if you're not in either of the groups, you're a B.
Okay.
Kind of go like the Roy G.
Roy G. Biff, yeah.
So I hated that script.
Oh.
So I never touched it again after I wrote it.
Sorry.
But I mean, it was a writing process, and
yeah.
I don't think any of the color scripts were used.
Okay.
And then we had to do a second script, and I completely forgot now what that script was.
So forgettable.
It was also bad.
Okay, gotcha.
Get it out.
Yeah.
And then one act came around.
Yes.
And then I was in class one day, and I heard, "Have your scripts to me by Monday." Oh. And it was like Thursday.
Oh.
No, it was Wednesday. It was Wednesday.
Okay, yeah.
And I was leaving for Vegas
that
night.
Yeah. Dang.
So I
Yeah.
I went home.
Yes.
I didn't write anything until 11 o'clock.
Dude, that's perfect time
and
to
then
write.
Starting at 11 o'clock,
yeah,
I had the idea, what if I wrote a script about Ticket?
Yeah.
Because I don't think a script about Ticket's ever been done, and now I know there's been no script other than mine. So, starting at 11:30, now that I had an idea, I started writing a script.
Yes.
And when I first started, as you said, it turned into a psychological horror.
Yeah.
I think at the end.
Yeah.
When I first started, I kind of intended it to be a comedy.
Yes.
Where I wanted Ticket to meet some of these past characters and have like fun dialogue with each one. And then somewhere in the middle, it kind of just turned into each of the old characters harassing Ticket.
Yes.
Over and over again.
Yeah.
And then surrounding her in a circle in the dark. Yeah. So it kind of turned into psychological horror, I guess. But I'm proud of how it turned out.
No, dude, because like sitting in the audience, I was like, not only it was funny, what surprised me so much was that it was both like thrilling and scary. I was like, what is this? But it was also very funny. I loved all the little callbacks to like past productions, which I completely forgot about Wizard of Oz, which was strange because that was like the best production the middle school ever did, right?
So when I was choosing the musicals to put in my one act, I originally thought, I'll just do a character to represent every musical that's happened at the high school since Ticket got here, which would have been 9 years ago. Really? So my thought after that was, wait a second, do I really want a cast of 10 people?
That's a big cast, man.
10 people plus Ticket, plus if I wanted to do Wizard of Oz, that would be a 12 person cast, which is big for one act. So I thought, okay, I don't know anything about Pajama Game, which was the first musical that Ticket was in. I know basically nothing about that, so let's not include that one. And then I thought of Peter Pan, which was the first high school musical I've seen since first musical I've seen at this high school. And it had memories for me, so I was like, you know what, I'll include it because I do remember Ticket coming on stage, and that was my first time seeing Ticket on stage, so it's a memorable experience for me. So I thought, bring back Peter Pan. Then going through, I thought of including Joseph or Grease, Hairspray, or Spamalot. And of all those shows, I could not think of how to include a character that could interact with Ticket. Yeah. So it brought me to the attention of, oh wait, while these shows were going on, Ticket was actually also in Wizard of Oz at the middle school. And then a memory sparked that Ticket hated Ariana during the show.
Wait, what?
Okay, so during Wizard of Oz, Ariana was a 7th grade girl.
Okay.
And she was in charge of holding Ticket in a basket the whole show.
Toto, right?
Toto, yeah. And Ticket disobeyed Ariana like no other.
She just was not cooperative.
And he was not cooperative.
Yeah.
One time when Ariana was singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow during a show, Ticket just turned around the basket, found the chicken pouch, tore through it, and just started eating chicken. So from the audience, all you saw is Ticket's butt hanging above the basket while her face is digging into something in the basket while Ariana's singing this lovely song.
I wish I saw that show.
And
it'd been amazing.
That was a fun time. So that's actually what inspired that part of the show, which is where Ticket hates Dorothy.
But she likes chicken.
She likes chicken. Okay. So, I mean, Ticket always has liked chicken.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a recurring theme throughout, I guess.
Sure.
That's something that most of the audience might not have gotten if you didn't know Wizard of Oz. Well, like a lot of us do, but
that was like an inside joke.
It was kind of like an inside joke, but people still understood it, I think. And yeah, it just was about Ticket hating Dorothy and their horrible relationship.
That's amazing.
And then Little Shop, I think that was a pretty easy one for me to choose.
Yeah.
Because I think the plant is so iconic, especially since it was pretty recent.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And between Addams Family, Little Shop, I wanted to do one of those shows because I knew I was doing Fiddler as well.
Yeah.
And I didn't want it to be back-to-back years, so I kind of said no to Pippin. Sorry, Pippin. No, but between Addams Family and Little Shop, I was like, I could have Gomez, but Little Shop, the plant would be so iconic, and
totally, yeah.
I think the audience loves the plant, the Venus flytrap. So
yeah.
I'm glad I chose that one.
No, okay. Where'd you get the suit again? Like the dude's costume was amazing.
The Venus flytrap.
Yeah, I thought you made that.
No, online.
Online?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, online.
Dude,
but we made the
so
ticket
good.
costume.
Oh yeah, really? That was really.
We made the ticket costume. Oh, wow. We made the ticket costume. The Peter Pan costume was made by actually Miss Hansen.
Okay.
When we did Peter Pan.
That was the original one?
That was the original Peter Pan costume.
Dude, I love stuff like that. Oh, it's so cool.
That was the original hat, original suit that was worn by Paula during the show.
That's amazing.
9 years ago.
Holy cow, that's so cool.
Yeah. So Blake still has all the costumes, which is
amazing.
why I had this idea in the first place. I was like, wait, the costumes wouldn't be hard to get because we have them.
They're still there. That's
Dorothy, we had the original costume.
Yeah.
It was a little tight on the actress I chose.
Right.
So we actually got a slightly bigger one for her. So
Okay.
it wasn't the original. But we did try the original. Okay. And the ruby slippers were the original, the ones that she wore. So
that's all you need. That's all you need.
Venus Flytrap, we got online.
Yeah.
Beggar was original from this year.
I read, Aloe's clothes.
Yeah, Aloe's clothes.
So good.
Couldn't find the Beggar and Cup, but...
No, really, I thought it was the original. What did he have? Was it? I didn't notice. And I was in the show.
Doesn't matter.
But no, that was it was so good. Dang, that's amazing. That's amazing. But no, that was your last sort of drama endeavor, which is crazy because like you've been like doing stuff since you were a toddler, right? I mean.
Oh yeah, my first musical was when I was 4 years old.
Miss Saigon, yeah.
Miss Saigon, yeah.
Holy cow! So wait, that was your family runs a theater company?
So my dad's side of the family is big on theater.
Yeah.
My grandma lived in Nebraska as a child, and my grandpa was from Arkansas.
Yeah.
At some point, I've heard this story before, but I'm trying to remember the details. My grandma was part of an acting
troupe?
Acting troupe, I think. And my grandpa one day went with his friend to oversee like this acting group.
Yeah.
And he met my grandmother there.
Okay.
And they got together.
Yeah.
And then they moved to California together. And then they were like, we want to continue the acting things that brought us together. So my grandma became an actor/director of musicals, and my grandpa became the owner of a theater. So my grandpa did enter shows every now and then, but he was more of like the manager of everything. And my grandma was the actor/director. And they ran shows for I think like 40 or 50 years.
Holy cow.
50 years at least, because I remember there was a 50th anniversary.
That's a long run, man.
And they closed down 2013.
Wow, that's pretty recent.
It was fairly recent, and I don't know what the theater does anymore, but they've stopped doing productions, so.
Interesting. Your family's still pretty active in like theater and drama.
My dad's side of the family loves theater.
Yeah.
Even my mom's mother loves singing and dancing. So she's not big into theater per se, but she likes the aspects of theater.
Yeah.
But my dad will break out into musical tunes if you ask him to. Right. My grandmother will as well.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that side of the family because it really gives me.
No, like I can see the genes have passed on. Yeah, totally, dude. It's crazy. But no, I mean, we've been pretty active in drama too.
We have.
Since freshman year.
We've been always ahead of the game.
Yes, we have. But even before like freshman year, though, we did stage crew for Pats and Penzance.
That's true. We did stage crew Pats Penzance.
Crazy.
You didn't do acting in 6th grade or 7th grade, did you?
No, freshman year. That when we did Addams Family,
that was
my
first?
first ever role, first time. It was a great intro to drama, standing.
Yeah. I think. Before Addams Family was Miss Saigon, then King and I when I was in 3rd grade. Then we did Seussical.
I heard it. I never saw any musicals in middle school.
And then it was Music Man, and then Wizard of Oz.
I did some music.
Then My Fair Lady.
I think I saw My Fair Lady.
Your sister was in Music Man.
Kellen was, and was she in
My Fair Lady? Yeah, she was.
She was? Okay, I can recall.
I'm pretty sure she was.
Yeah, something like that. I remember her being in Music Man. I remember you in Music Man. You were the train conductor.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
All aboard.
Yes. I remember that. Oh, that was so good.
With my broken stopwatch.
Broken stopwatch?
That no one in the audience knew was broken.
No,
only I did.
It's your inner burden.
Take it out. It's actually not a stopwatch at all.
Oh.
It wasn't a stopwatch even. It looked like a stopwatch when I took it out, but it was like
a piece of wood.
I remember when I took it out, I always just wanted to laugh because it's like the most bad. It's like the worst replacement for a stopwatch, but I guess it worked.
It was like a round rock you just found in the backyard. yeah.
Possibly.
Maybe spray painted. No, that's amazing, dude. That's amazing. But I mean, so holy cow! What are your so you're going to Syracuse?
Yeah.
Syracuse University, which is in New York.
Upstate New York.
Upstate New York. That's interesting. What are your plans at Syracuse? Like, what are you planning to do there? Your major is it's chemistry, right?
Yes.
Interesting.
So even though we've been talking a lot about theater,
yeah,
I don't plan on pursuing theater as a career or anywhere in my major or minor. Look, I do plan on having it as a hobby, but at Syracuse, I want to study chemistry because my end goal is to get a master's in business.
Yes.
And for me growing up, I have a mom who runs her own business, and she actually also has her master's in chemistry.
Oh, really?
Her degree, a bachelor's in chemistry.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I didn't plan originally to have a bachelor's in chemistry. Like, I wanted to have economics at first, but
right.
I got as chemistry, which I'm fine with. And I think having a science as a major helps you have a background in something when you go into business. Because nowadays, when you go into the job market out there, right, and there's two candidates, one who has a degree in business,
right,
and one who has a degree in business and a master's in business, and one has a degree in chemistry and a master's in business.
Yeah.
Let's say a pharmaceutical company is hiring. When you look at these two candidates, even though one has had a lot more business experience per se, they're going to look at the chemistry one because that one can actually understand what they're marketing and understand the product that they're trying to sell in the business. And I think that's a major thing right now is if you understand your product, you're a lot more likely to succeed in business.
Totally. Having it like a specialization in something. No, yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting because often, so many times, like the jobs you get, I've heard like often are completely unrelated to your major, you know? Like I think that's the common theme with college graduates. Like with me right now, I've got no idea what I'm going to end up majoring in. Like right now, I was admitted to Kenyon as a history guy, right? But I don't know if I want to like work in a museum per se. So I don't know. I gotta figure it out.
I can see you digging up fossils and
archaeologist
studying.
Yeah, totally, dude. I'm the next Indiana Jones, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, totally, man. But no, it's so weird. It's so weird to go to college, you know?
It is, and in a way it isn't. Because I feel like at this point I'm ready to go to college.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's weird in that I've spent my whole
life here.
Whole life in San Marino. I've spent 5 plus 6 actually plus 3 plus 4. 13 years of school here in San Marino. Quick math, you know?
Yeah.
I spent 13 years of education here.
Yeah.
So it's hard imagining getting education in a city other than San Marino.
On the other side of the country?
On the other side of the country. Completely on the other side of the country, basically. And pursuing a specialized interest. Because, I mean, here we're pretty general. We're pretty general.
We cover all the bases.
We cover all the bases. Yeah, it's weird, but at the same time, I think I'm ready. So, do
you think that on the day of graduation, do you think you'll have like an existential crisis? I mean, are you having an existential crisis like right now?
What is the meaning of life?
Okay, interesting. I think
is there a meaning to life?
I don't know, man. This is just a podcast. We ask the big questions here.
When you think about it,
yeah,
in the grand scope of human existence,
yes.
When we started, the world was here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other stuff out in the universe.
Yes, there is.
When we die, the world will be here.
That's true.
And there's still all the other stuff in the universe.
It's crazy.
So, why are we alive? What are we doing? I'm going to be pursuing...
That's what you'll be thinking in your head during graduation.
I'm pursuing a chemistry degree with a plan to get a master's in business.
Yes.
to eventually have an influence on the world.
Yeah.
But when all of humankind dies, no one's gonna remember Joshua Duncan.
It's getting so dark. So what the heck? We started talking about Ticket and like and musicals, and now we're talking about the end of humanity.
Existential thoughts.
Existential thoughts. I think that's really all we can do at the end of this, because it's like closing. Really, it's in many ways it's the end of a lifetime. You know?
Yeah.
It's like it's the start of a new chapter. Really, maybe another book. Kinda. I don't know. I'm bad with analogies.
It's turning the page to a new chapter.
Sure. Let's go with that. Let's end on that. That's a great idea since lunch is about to end here. Cool, man. So thanks for coming on. All right.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Thanks again to Josh for coming on the show. He's one of the coolest guys around, and I know he's going to kick some serious booty down at Syracuse. My next guest has been described by many as a physics Casanova. He's an actor and a bass in choir, and he's got one of the coolest voices around. Believe me. Gentlemen and ladies, Max Kolevsky.
No other reason?
Yeah, cool. Okay, so I think we're... Yeah, no. Oh, quit unexpectedly. Oh, no, we're fine. Are we fine? I think we're fine.
Are we recording?
Yes. Let's pause here and... Okay, so Max, this is great. We're doing a podcast. Isn't this crazy? A podcast?
Yeah.
It's like, what? I don't know. But, so what's up, man? We got, like, what, 8 days of school left?
8 days of school left. Just finished my last AP ever.
That was the last one?
In my life.
It was, what again?
BC, Calc BC.
Calc BC. Interesting.
So yeah.
Amazing. So how many APs did you take this year?
I took 5 APs this year.
Why? Why would you do that? You madman.
I gotta get that college credit, man.
No, that's true. It's worth it in the end.
It is. UCs are really lenient with APs.
So you're going to
UC Santa Barbara.
Awesome, dude. Yeah. Awesome. So are they changing their mascot?
There's rumors of it. I know someone who goes there, and basically the whole thing right now is the current mascot is a gaucho, and what that is basically a Mexican cowboy. Oh. And the mascot for it is very stereotypical and not very PC, and people are just kind of weirded out by it in general. Yeah. So there's a petition going around to change it to a mapache, I think is what... Mapache, which is, I believe, is the Spanish word for raccoon.
Okay.
So they're basically changing it to a raccoon.
Is there like a lot of support for that?
Among like all the student body, I think there's a lot of support for it. Because obviously they want to change the mascot to something else, and two, apparently there's just raccoons all over UCSB and like the college town.
Really?
Yeah.
What the heck? Why?
Like, apparently they're just like rampant with raccoons for some reason.
Oh, weird. Huh.
Yeah.
Dang, that's cool, man. I mean, with Kenyon, we don't really have any animal mascots. We're the lords and ladies.
Right.
So I'm a lord, and it's like I don't know what a mascot is. Yeah. It's like maybe a dude with a powdered wig and a crown. I don't know. It's weird, dude. But no, it's crazy. We have 8 days of high school left, and like, do you feel relaxed? I don't feel relaxed.
I don't feel relaxed at all. I was expecting it to be a lot nicer than this.
Yeah, I thought it'd be like easy cruising.
Just easy sailing. No, we have Pop's concert coming up. We've got the drama award show. All of the I just took the Calc BC test, but I still haven't finished my online calc course. So I gotta finish that by the end of the year. Unless I want to work on it over the summer, which would be real bad.
That'll be good. Keep you busy. Keep you
busy. Yeah.
Yeah.
There goes my ditch week. But
oh, dude, seriously.
Just a lot of stuff, man. And like I keep wanting to do more stuff, which just makes it even worse.
No, I know what you mean. Now, do you think that when graduation's done, when we all leave after grad night and probably never see each other again, like, how do you think you're going to take that? Because I think that's going to be a very reflective experience.
I've moved around so much in my life that I've done that so many times already. Yeah. I don't feel it'll be as emotional for me as it is for other people. That happens a lot. A lot of the times, like when I was at UCSB over the summer, it was like a summer program, and we were all with each other for like 6 weeks, and everyone became really close friends. And then the week when everyone leaves, it's like everyone's just sobbing, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, this is what happens, guys.
Yeah.
I guess I'm kind of used to it in that sense. So I know I'll see some, see some people maybe we'll meet up cross paths again over time, but it's like, I don't know, it's just normal to me.
Mm-hmm. Now, you're not the only guy going to UCSB, right?
No, not at all.
Who else is going?
I know for a fact me, Brian Cam, Nate Cow, and Jonathan Chen are all going because we're all rooming together.
Oh,
we're trying to anyway.
Yeah.
The rooming assignments for me are happening today because how it works is everyone gets. Yeah. Basically, how it works is you sign up to be able to get a room.
Okay.
And then they'll send you an email with like a time slot. You say, all right, this is your time slot. You have this amount of time to choose your room, and choose you can make like a group of people that you can choose to room with, and then you can choose your room for yourself. But it's basically there's like a period of I think like 5 days or something where everybody's gonna choose their rooms, but it's basically random what time slot you get. So I got really lucky because today's the first day it opens and I got a time slot today.
Dang.
So I'll get a lot of choices when I choose.
It's a lottery, right?
Yeah, basically it's a lottery.
Gotcha,
but it's a lottery in the sense that it's a lottery for what time slot you get, but you get to actually choose which room, which is really cool, I think. Because most people just get assigned like a random room and it's like, oh, well, I guess I gotta choose your room.
Now, how big is your room? Is it gonna be so it's you, Nathan, Brian?
Right. So what we wanna do is get a 4-man suite.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2 bedrooms with two beds each, and then like a connecting living room and like bathroom off of that. So that would be like ideal for all of us. But there's only so many of those rooms. Most of the rooms in UCSB, and there's a bunch of different residence halls obviously, but most of them are basically just your standard like almost like an apartment, like just floors with dorms, and there's one room dorms with like 2 or 1 bed or whatever.
So
and then like communal bathrooms and stuff. So we want to kind of avoid that because no one likes communal bathrooms.
No, nobody does. Are you opposed to having like just a total stranger rooming with you?
No, I wouldn't be opposed to the idea actually. I was kind of debating whether I wanted to do that or not. I think when Nate asked me to be part of the room, to go with them, I was more of just like, yeah, sure, why not? I don't really care how much. I don't really care that much who my roommate is, as long as like they're a person that I can get along with.
Totally, yeah. Okay, interesting. Now, what major are you admitted as for UCSB?
So I'm admitted as a physics major.
A physics major. Oh,
right.
Wow.
So So UCSB, it's one college, or it's split into a few different colleges, but basically the main college that most people get into is the College of Letters and Sciences.
Yes.
Because that's all of the sciences, all of the arts, all basically everything. I think the only other schools are like the engineering school and
there's like a creative college.
Yeah, creative like fine arts type of stuff. I think. But most of the stuff you can find in those colleges, you can also find in the College of Letters and Sciences. So basically everyone's in there. So I got accepted for physics, which means I'm in the College of Letters and Sciences.
Yeah.
But I don't really know if I'm going to continue with physics or not.
Yeah.
But we'll just kind of see. I guess that's how kind of college goes. I have a lot of options as far as like what majors I actually want to pursue.
That's always good because you're bound to change your major.
Right.
Like I think I saw a statistic somewhere like the average college student changes their major like twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The average.
So, yeah, on average, or it could be more. So that's always good to have options.
Right.
I mean, do you think what other majors would you like consider? What do you?
Well, I mean, obviously, recently I've been, especially this last year, you've probably noticed I've been really into theater.
Yes.
I've been in all the productions this year. But it's just kind of weird because before that I wasn't doing anything, and now it seems like I'm just in everything and like performing and getting all these roles, and it's like I really love theater now.
Yeah.
And it's like become a huge thing for me, so I definitely want to pursue that in some capacity in college. So that's always something that's definitely something I could see myself pursuing. The other thing is, I would love to learn more about not necessarily philosophy, but like political philosophy, like political science or philosophy that relates to that, or like sociology or psychology, stuff like that. That sort of stuff is really interesting to me too. So any of those fields really. The thing is, like, if I go into physics, it's like it's really rigorous. So double majoring in physics is like suicide.
Double majoring in physics.
Double majoring in physics and anything else is like you don't get to sleep. I was there for like the not the orientation, but they had like an admitted students day.
Yeah.
I went and talked to all the majors, and like I go up to the physics people, and they're like, and I asked them, so what is it like to double major in physics and something else? And they just look at me and they just look at me kind of crazy and go, well, do you like sleep? Because that's not gonna happen. So the thing with that is if I want to do theater, it's either gonna have to be like a minor or maybe just elective, right? And then like just physics, or I can not do physics and maybe take theater and like an easier major like philosophy or something. UCSB has this really cool philosophy track it's ethics and public policy. So it's there's the general philosophy track, and then there's that track, and that track is all about like the philosophy of law and how it relates to societies and how and all that sort of stuff, which is I'm more interested in that than like the super like metaphysical really abstract stuff.
Totally.
And it's like a perfect gateway into law school if I want to go that direction. So
are you thinking about going to law school, being a lawyer?
Yeah, definitely would consider it. As far as law school goes, all you really need to do is have a good GPA and pass and like get a good score on the LSAT.
Yeah, LSAT.
So it's like as long as especially if I'm double majoring, it's like that's rigorous enough.
Totally.
So and I like people like I heard at UCSB people like dance majors get into law school all the time there. Like it's really weird because UCSB apparently has a really rigorous dance program.
Yeah.
So it's just like dance majors get into law school or whatever. So yeah, that's that, and I could definitely see myself pursuing law as something like I would be as equally interested in that as physics or anything, just because I love like politics and all that sort of stuff.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. So you mentioned theater. Recently, 1X finished.
Right.
And you wrote a 1 act. You wrote and directed it yourself, right? That was a solo gig.
No. That was me and Yusuf.
You and Yusuf?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So what was that like? That was not your first. Was that your first time like writing your own little show?
Yeah. It was my first time writing something that would actually be performed.
Really?
Yeah. Definitely. It was a pretty stressful experience just because. I mean, Yusuf's done it before, but he's always worked with other people on it. Both of us were kind of it was almost like it was a new experience for both of us, basically. So it's like running around trying to get everything, trying to be a director, and trying to like make sure being on top of everything is just like, man, you don't want to make your actors stressed out. You don't want to make them like you can be a director and just like work your actors to death really easily.
Yeah.
So it's like hard to be like, hey guys, let's go do something, or like plan an activity, de-stress everybody, make sure we're all on the same page while still getting work done and like getting through everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, tell me about the writing process, because I mean, with collaboration's always hard. I mean, writing Jailbirds with Josh last year, we started writing in like, goodness, I want to say maybe August, maybe like really early on in the year.
Right.
So we went through so many drafts and had so many discussions about trying to figure out these characters and you sort of put together the script. It was interesting. What was your writing process like?
Man, I was trying to think. I think we had a few ideas before we settled on. We did a Sherlock spoof.
Yes.
We had a few ideas before we settled on that, I think, if I remember correctly. But basically, it was a lot of us just kind of going back and forth. So like I would sit down and I would like write basically a draft or like a huge chunk of it, and then I'd be like, all right, I have this, and then he would take it later, and then he would write another huge chunk, and we basically just kind of flip flop back and forth on that. And it was actually really it went really smoothly. Actually, it wasn't like I pretty much everything I wrote, he basically kept. Everything he wrote, I basically kept, and it all just kind of worked together. And it was I think it would have been a lot harder to try to write it all at once on my own.
In one sitting.
Yeah, well, just writing it on my own, I feel like I would have gotten stuck in a lot of places. But the way we did it, it's like every time we got stuck, we would just hand it over to the other person, and then they'd see it, and then we'd see it, have an idea, write the next part, get stuck, hand it.
No, you're playing hot potato.
Basically.
Yeah. No, that's good. Collaborations, it's always good to have another sort of mind working on it.
You definitely need to bounce ideas off each other.
Yeah, totally. That's crazy, man. And then, so your cast was great. Holy cow, they were all hilarious. What was your casting process like? Like, what were you looking for?
So on the day of casting, Yusuf was out. He was like sick.
He was done.
He was like, he couldn't be there. And I was like, I've never done this before. What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I basically I made a chart on a piece of paper, wrote down all the roles, wrote down all the names of people who I had called back. And basically, I mean, like we had the first round of auditions, right? Yeah. We were just writing down names of people that we saw had potential, and we called back those people, right? At callbacks, it was just like I called so many people over and over. I felt really bad because I called a couple of underclassmen to read for Sherlock a lot. Like I remember I called Talia and Allison a lot to read for Sherlock, and then I didn't end up giving them the role. So I felt pretty bad about that, but it's really difficult to find a balance of people, because we knew when we wrote the one act, Sherlock was going to be a really intense role, because the entire one act is just rambling. It's just like, it's so wordy, and there's so many different, like, everything, it's all like wordplay, and just like all the humor comes from like them saying just from the words and trying to like make not puns, but you know, it's all the humor is very basically word based. So it's like we had to find an actor that could actually not only memorize the lines, but you know, deliver them without sounding garbled or anything. So we needed someone with experience, basically. So that's why we ended up settling on Maya for Sherlock, because one, she's just a phenomenal actor, and two, she had the experience that we knew that we would need in that role. As far as the other roles go, it was basically all just seeing who played off each other the best. So Alan and Michael, obviously, both really good friends of me and Yusuf. They're just hilarious together, especially Michael as Mary.
He was very pretty.
He was very pretty, like objectively very pretty as playing a female in that. And I think that was why it was so funny, because when the light goes on him and he's just standing there and he looks so pretty, so womanly. It's like, it's just hilarious. And he plays it so well. He's so in character. It's so funny to see him like hobbling up the stairs in heels and like doing all that. And just the way he and Alan played off each other, and the way Alan and Maya had a great relationship. I'm so glad that worked out so much, because I didn't really know if they interacted before 1X, but they both hit it off perfectly. Like their relationship, like on and off stage, was like perfect. It's just all jokes between them and trying to get each other to laugh, which is like exactly what we needed. So and then obviously Thomas, the star of 1X, I guess you could say. He's in so many of them.
He was like in almost every one.
Literally half the show.
Yeah.
Literally, he was in half the show. He rocked it. We needed the guy that could just be big and loud and like just a big pompous asshole villain, right? So, and he filled that perfectly, and him with the top hat and the monocle and everything worked out perfectly. So I think the whole cast it was really lucky that we got all those people. They all happened to be seniors, which is like, it was interesting. But I guess, I don't know. That's just how it worked out. No, dude,
it worked out incredibly well. I was like, it was so good. It was such a great show overall. So many good like 1X this year.
Yeah, a lot of funny 1X. It was really they're all like trying to be funny this year, which is great, because
I think it works better.
Yeah, it works better when you're comedic. The dramatic 1X are always like, oh well, that was a thing.
Yeah, it's not. It's take them seriously. I think it's the wrong like venue. But no. Well, dang, man. We're almost out of time because lunch is about to go off in like 10 minutes. I don't want to hold you the entire time. So thank you for coming on my show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Dude, this was great. Okay. I'll catch you later.
All right.
Thanks again to Max for coming on the show. He's always just a total pleasure to have. And he's going to rock it by the beach down at Santa Barbara. Next up is a double whammy. 2 guests, not just one. The first is one of the funniest guys around. He's a tour de force in debate, a future lawyer, and he does the best Michael Jackson impression I've ever heard. The second is another debate aficionado from across the pond. He's a true mathematical wizard, and he doesn't care about the upcoming royal wedding. I think that's treason. Dudes and dudettes, here's Nathan Cow and William Lennox.
Okay, now I think we're probably good. Hopefully,
I'll let Grant do the asking one.
Yeah. Okay. So, hi guys, welcome to a Jolt of Holt.
What is up, my
Hey,
dude?
Will. Hey, Nate. Thanks for coming on. So basically, I mean, as on the walk here, we're talking about what we're sort of going to talk about. The answer is, I don't know. It's always sort of random.
So should we talk about what we're going to talk about? Super meta.
That'd be very meta. I mean, usually I just say like, what's up, like what's been going down.
Okay.
You know, like we
My
got.
grades have been going down.
Oh,
Yes.
so
I
sorry.
don't have to agree.
I mean, we got 5 days of school left. You know,
Uh-huh.
which is, I mean, that's pretty crazy. You know, how do you guys feel about that? We're almost done with high school.
Well, I cannot believe it. It's like we're graduating, guys, all these years in San Marino, and then we're gonna move somewhere far away and start our journey. It's like
And never see each other again.
yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, Will, so you came here.
As a sophomore,
As a
yes.
sophomore,
I came
okay,
here in
so-
sophomore year.
You're here for 3 years.
Uh-huh.
Nathan and I, we're here for 4 years. I mean, what do you think? Is it like, do you feel existential? Are you having,
It feels kind of
crisis?
surreal because I still remember when I was in like grade 1, grade 2. You know, I look at all. I mean, I was in a K to 12 school, so I'd see all these seniors and all that,
Yeah.
right? And then it just, you know, it looks like you think, oh, that's never gonna be me. Like, not in 1,000 years.
Yeah.
In before.
Yeah.
And then I'm graduating, going off to college. Yeah.
It's kind of surreal. So you're going to
I'm going to UCLA.
UCLA,
Wow.
and Nate, you're going to...
UCSB, go
UCSB.
Gauchos, you already know.
No, I was talking with Max recently, and he said, I asked him about the sort of mascot situation.
Oh,
And
no.
he said changing it to
Oh, no.
the Apaches, that's a rumor. I thought that was like an official thing.
Yeah, it is a rumor.
It's not confirmed?
Not yet. There's,
Interesting.
Yeah, they held like a town hall meeting at Santa Barbara, so they're still trying to convince the higher-ups to change it.
Do the higher-ups not want it? Like, what's their stance on the whole thing?
I'm not too sure. I haven't done too much research, but I think I'd be down for Mapaches.
Wait, Mapaches or Apaches?
Yeah, Mapaches. It's
Raccoons, right?
Yeah,
It's raccoons?
It's the Spanish word for raccoon.
Yeah, because right now the mascot are the Gauchos, which is, Max described it as a Mexican cowboy.
South American cowboy.
Oh, of course.
Interesting.
South American cowboy.
Yeah.
You gotta combine the two.
You should.
South America.
South
South
American
American
raccoon.
Cowboy.
Oh,
Yes.
cow.
That'd be-
Assuming a
Raccoon
raccoon.
boy.
Assuming a raccoon.
That'd be fantastic.
Okay.
But this is unique because you both are debaters. You're huge debaters,
You
right?
already know.
And I mean, you've
Well, we're
had a...
being very lax on like our standards for debate.
Oh, well.
Okay, right.
We're
right.
debaters, quote,
Yes.
Yeah,
quotation marks. Yeah.
But that's, I mean, Nate, I know you had an interesting sort of start with the debate. For a while, you did wrestling.
That is correct. Yes.
And then what was the story there? You swapped over? What happened?
To the transition to speech and debate.
Yeah.
I guess I did wrestling freshman and sophomore year, and then drama freshman year. So the transition kind of came from drama to debate. I don't know. I felt like being wanting to be a lawyer. I think I need to work on my public speaking skills. So that's why I joined speech and debate.
I have a question. Was it a transition from getting physically owned to verbally owned?
That is correct. That is correct. Yes.
The owning does not... It's always owning. No matter the sport, no matter the activity. So, but Will, so when you came to San Marino, had you done debate before?
No.
No.
Quite frankly, no.
Interesting. Like, what was the story?
Well, one, I had to do a rap thing, and I was never
Okay.
really an arty person, but I
Yeah,
liked
yeah.
arguing with people, right? So
Right, who doesn't?
I saw, debate. Yeah, so that was one reason, and then the other reason, I don't know, it was like it seemed like a fun elective to do, so I wanted to try it out.
And then you just stuck with it.
Yeah, I just stuck with it.
Interesting. So, what are your sort of specializations in debate? You do
I do everything.
everything. Okay, man of
Yeah.
all trades, and Nate, you do
Public forum
Public
and parliamentary debate.
no policy
No policy.
Really?
Yes. Or Lincoln Douglas.
or
It's
Lincoln
okay.
Douglas, of course.
Yeah. So
No, those are all team events, right?
yeah, and my teammate here, William Lennox.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and you two are team members, right? Wait.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
You're acting so surprised.
Okay, keep forgetting. I knew that. I did not
It's okay.
acknowledge that. It's weird.
Yeah.
But no, it's interesting.
It's kind of weird to say team member or like teammates. We're like partners.
Comrade.
Sure, you can say that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
dynamic duo right here.
Yes.
Interesting.
We have had great success, and anybody else who says otherwise, they are wrong. We are the best public forum team here at San Marino High School.
Wow, I'm glad you made that point.
Yes.
That's amazing. Interesting. But
other than any other public forum team here in San Marino.
Are there many?
I mean, I don't know.
Because if you're number 1 out of 1,
yeah, I'm still up there.
Still wear the badge.
Totally. But let's talk about college. So UCLA, your major is.
Oh, I'm supposed to say that out
here
right now.
What's your major?
Okay, just say it. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Or you don't need to share.
It's okay. I'm majoring in math.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then Nate, you're majoring in
political science.
Political science. Now, do you think that you're going to change that over the next 4 years?
Probably not.
Really? You think you're pretty dead set on that?
I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens.
Totally. You gotta explore. Nate, how about you?
I might decide to double major in sociology. I don't know. I took a PCC class last summer, and it really interested me.
I think someone's phone's ringing.
Hold on, give me a
surprise phone call.
Oh no. Okay. Alex McCary is calling.
Oh, that's not your phone, right?
No.
Oh, random phone.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully Alex listens to the podcast, or she might come in. Hey, it's Max Kolipsky. Dude.
Hello, how's
Hi.
it going, guys?
Wow, Max, I think it seemed just like yesterday I interviewed you on the Jolt.
Wow, yeah, it was really that long.
It was. Wow, it's amazing.
See you guys.
Later. There's a surprise cameo by Max Kolipsky. Interesting. So, I know you want to be a lawyer, right? That's like your big thing. Do you think, have you thought about going to law school?
Of course.
Do you
I'm for sure going to law school.
Interesting. I suppose you would need to be a lawyer.
You already did. I kind of required.
Right.
Yeah.
What area of law? Because there's so many different areas. You know.
I don't know, because I'm not too sure right now, but I did intern for 2 summers at a family law and a criminal law.
Your family
firm.
Are there many lawyers in your family?
No, I'd be the only one.
Okay, really? Okay.
Yeah. You are. Oh yeah, and I'm also the first one to go beyond an associate's in my immediate family.
An associate's
degree.
I mean, you haven't got that yet.
Oh.
Yeah. But I will be.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy cow, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Huh. You said you interned at some law firms.
Yeah.
What was that like?
A lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
And organizing and taking phone calls.
What type of law was it?
Yeah, family and criminal law.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But my mom wants me to do corporate law. Yeah.
Corporate law? Okay, business
Make the
law.
money.
Ooh,
That's where the money
So
is.
tell us about criminal law. What kind of cases were you looking at?
That goes beyond confidentiality.
Oh,
I am unable to say at this current state.
You signed an NDA, of course. Interesting.
Won't tell us the juicy details.
Yeah.
That is illegal, sir.
I mean, you can just tell us, but then I'll edit it out. All right, so I'll just edit it out here. So,
let me think. Oh, wait. So the attorney that I worked for, she told me that she was doing this case about this guy. Oh no, about this woman who was divorcing her husband, and her husband was a super millionaire. Or no, yeah, a super millionaire, and then she ended up getting a lot of money, and it was just GG easy from there. Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Sounds pretty complex.
Mm-hmm.
So, Will, have you interned in any math firms?
No, I haven't
No.
done any interns, any of that stuff. No.
Neither have I. Just haven't had the time. That, or I've just been too lazy.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I mean, we've both gone to college. We're okay. We're doing fine.
We should be okay.
Yeah, we're still gonna graduate, hopefully.
Get clapped
Get clapped.
by the courts.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, it's still. I don't know. I still kind of find it hard to believe that we're gonna leave high school in 5 days. In 5 days, we're not gonna be high schoolers Well,
We'll have
technically for another
graduation.
week after that, but
Yeah.
soon we're not gonna be high schoolers anymore.
Mhm.
We'll be college people. We'll be adults. It's weird for me because I'm 19. I'm a teenager. I know. My birthday's weird, but I'm a teenager for 1 more year, and then I turn 20.
That's actually insane.
It's what? Where's my childhood? You know?
That's okay. AJ will always have his childhood. He's
That's true.
always 12.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He doesn't age. He's always 12 every single year.
No matter what, he's always 12.
He's been 12 for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
But, I mean, do you guys think that on graduation, after grad night, I love grad night, by the way. I love how grad night's going to go. It's going to end at 5 a.m. And, that's, the sun's going to rise, and then we're all going to go out into the world. And
we're all going to cry. I know that.
Probably.
I'm going to cry.
Cry a bit, and then we'll never see each other again. Well, at least, I'm sure we'll see each other, over the summer and stuff, but, for that group of people, that group of people will never be completely. They will never be together again. Even at reunions.
Yeah.
Someone's always going to be missing. So this is, the last time we're all here.
It's very true.
Sorry to get depressing.
Yeah.
No, it's weird, man. I mean, it's interesting.
Yes, I would have to agree.
I think we've hit the low points in the conversation.
Next discussion.
So wait, you guys are doing senior projects too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Senior project. Well, you can go ahead on this first.
Oh, so I'm going to learn how to play mahjong.
Mahjong.
Yeah.
Is that what is that? What's the origin of that?
I have no idea. I'm guessing it's from China.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's from China.
It's like dominoes, right?
You're asking me? I don't know.
No, really?
I mean, that's what I'm going to learn.
You're still learning. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nathan, what are you doing?
I'm going to make a traditional Vietnamese soup and noodle dish called bún riêu.
What's that include? What's that?
So it's crab meat, tomato soup, thin white noodles. Yeah, it's quality.
Have you ever made? You're not Vietnamese, right?
No, I am.
Wait, yeah, what we're saying. Yeah, you are. Does your mom make this?
She does, yeah. She's
does?
going to be my mentor.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're going to make some for us, right?
Wow.
You bring some.
Whoa.
I mean, hopefully enough for the entire class.
I mean, we're podcast mates now.
Yeah, you
We are. No, that'd be good. I mean, if you don't know what I'm doing, I'm actually doing a podcast.
Wow.
I know.
Wait, really?
Yeah, actually.
Wait, that's weird because we're actually on a podcast right now.
Are we?
I
don't know, man. That's above me. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Half of this is going to be edited.
Maybe.
It's
You
fine.
think that with 3 people, though, it's one more than 2. You think there'd be much more livelier
But
discussion.
again, remember, I'm the most boring
Yeah,
guy in the world.
Maybe we're just all tired. I mean, are you guys tired?
It's true.
Have you guys felt relaxed?
Yeah, more relaxed because, I mean, all APs for me are done. I know Nathan still has one more.
Yeah, you feel
Yeah.
a little more. I'm done with APs too, but I don't feel relaxed at all.
No.
Just today, I was given a 100-point project for AP Spanish.
Oh,
That's due on the
Wow.
24th.
Oh, no.
I have to make a children's storybook.
Oh, no.
but how much do you really need the grade?
It's 10% of the final grade.
Okay, GG, man.
You're fine. You're fine.
I haven't got anything like that, so.
It's man. And plus, in Gov, we got that final project too, which shouldn't
Oh,
be
yeah.
too bad.
Wait, what is our final project?
It's a PowerPoint, I think.
Wait. That's it?
I think.
A PowerPoint? This entire
Something like
year
that.
has that up to a
Or
PowerPoint?
some sort of presentation.
Oh, my
Should
But
be
it's-
3 points.
It's in 5 days, you think we just do nothing.
That's
Just
true.
watch movies and party all day.
I feel like, I don't know. I think the teachers probably have to
Yeah.
Have to do something.
for some weird reason.
Man, I don't want to, though. I'm just tired. Honestly, I'm just done. I just want to get it to, senior ditch week. Because I want to make my movie. I'm running out of time to make
you're making
my
a movie?
I told
Yeah.
you that, right?
I don't remember.
Does
but
it?
Sure, yeah.
Have you seen the trailers? I released another trailer
It's
yesterday.
a very short trailer, Greg.
Is it? Oh, it's on Facebook?
It's
You
so
seen the new one?
short. Yeah, I saw it. It's so short.
It's
I haven't
yeah.
seen it, sorry.
It's
I'm going to definitely check it out.
Wait, I remember in the same trailer, you're like, I'm running out of time.
Yeah, that line really means nothing. Because here's the thing, that was me. I'm not in the movie.
Well,
I just needed something to fill the gap.
wait.
Yeah.
But why is... Wait.
I'm
So I
not-
guess... Yeah.
It's fluff.
So is this on Facebook or?
Yeah, it's on Facebook. It's
Okay.
on YouTube.
YouTube as well, yeah.
I got 2 trailers, and I'm trying to get the film done by the end of the year.
So what's the synopsis? General synopsis.
The,
for
the,
what
uh,
happens?
the premise is
Premise,
that the sun dies,
Oh,
and everything's dark and cold.
okay.
That's the
Wait,
premise.
didn't you get your inspiration from Barton's class?
It was in physics in Barton's class, and we were talking about the dynamics of light,
Uh-huh.
and we talked about how because of the sun's distance to Earth, sunlight takes sunlight 8 minutes and 20 seconds to reach us. So going like that, if the sun ever just vanished, stopped being there, we wouldn't notice for another 8 minutes and 20 seconds.
Whoa.
Because we would still have sun.
So is that film basically like about that 8 minutes and 20?
You know, in early drafts, it was. But then I realized that was too hard. So then I just kept writing, and it eventually turned to like this sort of sci-fi thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be cool, man. I hope so.
Are you going to have a showing at a movie theater?
Dude, that'd be great. I don't think I can pull it off, though. Especially because I don't think on a big screen the picture quality would be that good.
Well,
because I'm filming this entire thing with my iPhone 8.
Oh, no.
So, but for what it is, I think it's going to be pretty solid. Yeah.
I'm sure you can get someone like, a good camera. Get a good camera.
Maybe. I mean, the iPhone 8, I was going to originally film in 4K, because the iPhone 8 can't pull off 4K video, but, then I realized that the, files would be way too big and processing it and all that stuff. So I just went with 1080p, 30 frames per second.
Ripperoni.
Yeah.
Alright, so now that the year is coming to an end, what are you guys going to do for the summer?
Wow, you're asking the questions.
I know.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm just going to...
I'm taking over.
You're taking over?
Yeah.
A jolt of cow?
Yes, a jolt of cow, you already know.
No, I'm just not... I want to read books and watch movies. Just, catch up. I miss so much. And run. Holy cow. Work out so much.
Yes, I would also like to work out.
I'll be doing those stuff minus the workout.
Yeah.
So read books, watch movies, go to orientation, and also I might go to China in late July, early August maybe. See how it goes.
So, Will, which side of your family is Chinese?
Oh, my mom's side is Chinese.
Mom's side's Chinese.
From Sichuan, so.
Okay, cool. Szechuan, like the sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
The spicy part of China. Basically.
Have you guys tried that?
Huh?
The Szechuan sauce?
From McDonald's?
I guess technically yes, but made infamous by Rick and Morty. You guys tried it?
I don't think I have. Wait, don't they still have it there as a permanent thing now?
I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me.
Pretty sure they do.
It's easy money from McDonald's.
Easy.
I don't know. Is it good? I don't know. I've heard it's good.
I don't remember. I don't even know if I tried it. I might have.
You guys watch Rick and Morty?
Not really.
I do not.
Neither do I. It's kind of weird.
Let's see. What else do I not watch that other people watch? Game of Thrones.
Yeah, don't watch. What do you guys watch right now? What movies have you seen recently? What books have you read recently? What media are you consuming right now?
What media am I consuming? I watched the movie Up recently.
Oh, wow.
That's a good movie.
Up is such a...
Up's pretty great.
I watched The Karate Kid because Tobiah recently mentioned it in his essay. Oh, the first one, the original.
Okay.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Have you guys seen the new one with Jaden Smith?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. Which
and
one
plus,
do you better?
It's got Jackie Chan as Mr. Miyagi.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
You guys see the new movie that they're making with the main character and his opponent in the final round.
Yeah, the
and
movie with the main character.
Yeah, and now they're all grown-ups.
Yeah.
And then they
you mean Cobra Kai?
Yeah,
that's not a movie. That's a.
Is it not?
It's a TV series that's being made by YouTube.
What?
You can watch it on YouTube Red.
Why would they create that?
I don't know, just because they can.
It's just
because everyone's doing streaming nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix, HBO. It's so weird because we're moving away from cable television and networks to online streaming. It's a changing industry, which is very sad, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching Cartoon Network, on Saturdays on my TV. Those were good times,
But now you have you can still stream on TV, right?
Totally could. But now everyone's just watching it on their iPhones and in bed on their laptops. It's weird.
I suppose there's some sort of it's kind of fun in a sense. Every week an installment, or every 1 or 2 weeks an installment will come out, and you discuss what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And, nowadays with the Netflix model, everything comes out at once.
Binge watching.
Yeah, binge watching.
That was my topic for my AP Lang research project. My topic was excessive sitting, and I cited binge watching as a sort of a cause of this. And sitting so much is so unhealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know what we've both watched and that we can talk about,
what?
and that everybody would want to listen to.
Oh no,
Infinity War?
Yeah, in before.
I guess. Oh wait, spoilers for Infinity War.
Nice.
Wait, have you watched it?
I did. I've seen it twice.
Are we actually going to spoil stuff?
Yeah, let's go. Okay, we already.
I mean, I don't feel so good about this, guys.
It's too bad.
It's fine. I
going in.
already gave the spoiler warning. We're fine.
Okay.
No, that was a joke.
Half of the universe died Spider-Man's dead. Peter Quill is dead. Drax is dead. Gamora is dead.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Alright. So, Gary, remember that one part we were talking about, like, right after we left the movie theater?
Yeah.
Where it was like, who was it? Doctor Strange.
Yes.
When they were, like, when the whole group was, like, wrestling down Thanos. And then he, like, gets free. I'm still so triggered by this, but Doctor Strange could have used his time stone and then reversed everything, and it would have been fine.
But as we were saying, also, there was like, 1 out of 14 million possible outcomes, only one was successful, right? So if he has all this knowledge, perhaps the only successful way is to lose first.
Ooh.
I think you're right, because like when Strange died, his last words were like, "Tony, this was the only way." And he's seen all realities. He's seen the reality where they win.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that half the universe needed to die for them to win.
I mean, well, then what's exactly them losing? I mean, the whole point was to like save half of the universe that was going to die.
Then what's the point of them like losing?
Yeah, I mean, like if they lose, that's also half the universe dying. So it kind of seems like winning and losing is the same.
It's kind of weird. But I mean, you know they're going to bring them back. Like all the guys who died,
true.
they're going to bring them back because money.
Exactly.
Like Black Panther 2 is definitely happening. Spider-Man, there's supposed to be 2 more Spider-Man movies.
It's going to be at least, right?
They're going to bring them all back. But what I think is going to happen in Avengers 4, I think all the OG Avengers, all the original guys,
they're going to,
I think they're done. I think they're dead because it's the next generation. You know, since the first Avengers came out, we've had all these new heroes introduced, and like Robert Downey Jr. It's been
his contract
10
is
years.
Be
He's getting up there in years.
He's
not going to die soon, but like, I think he's
not re-signing. That's from what
I think he might be done.
Yeah,
because like at this point, he can continue on if he wants, but like it has to be out of like his interest for and the MCU. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then DC, meanwhile.
Oh well, nothing can say.
Nothing to say there.
Listen, here's the thing. I'm a big DC guy, so
Okay.
I'm really hoping DC can let's bring it back. Come on,
Who's your favorite DC hero?
dude, Batman all the way.
Batman.
And plus we got the best Batman ever. Ben Affleck right now. He's the best Batman ever. Because holy cow, like especially in Batman v Superman, that warehouse fight scene, that was the best Batman action I've ever seen on screen, live action. It was so good.
I've never seen it, but I've heard bad reviews about the films.
It's average. Batman, Dawn of Justice is average. Justice League is even more average.
Well,
they're struggling, but I think they can bring it back. Hopefully, I hope they can. So I mean, we could probably end now if you guys want, because lunch is about to end. We got like 8 minutes. Unless you guys want to mention any final
other
points.
Topics we could talk about?
Because this is like you guys are the last guests. You are the last interviewees on the podcast.
Save the best for last.
Yeah, I really did.
Let's take one last topic.
I feel sorry for your roommates.
You guys are roommating with Max, right?
Oh yeah. Wait, no, I'm not rooming with Max. So
You're not?
Max is going with himself, with him and like one other person, random, and then it's just gonna be Johnny, Brian, and I.
Why'd he leave?
I don't know. He just left. Yeah.
He decided to take his chances.
Take his chances with a new guy. We talked about it. I mean, when I had him on, we talked about having just a totally random stranger, and he was like, he wasn't opposed to it. I mean, that's what I'm doing because I'm the only guy going to Kenya.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, you don't really have a choice.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna meet someone completely new. Hopefully, he's a good guy. I hope so.
I don't know. I'm just scared. Like, if I was to do random, I mean, there's a possibility that I do meet somebody good.
You might get a serial killer.
Yeah, but also a serial killer. So, yeah.
It's true.
You never know, especially by the beach. The beach like changes people,
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I guess we could end it here. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for coming on, guys, for the podcast.
Thank you.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, one more thing. Well, you see, I'm gonna beat Nathan and Anthony and AJ at basketball later. So
yeah, we're going
just putting it out there right now.
We're going to play basketball after school today, and I'm about to wax William. Just saying.
I'm about to wax Nathan.
Crossed him over, made him fall.
Okay, you see, my shoes do not have grip.
Oh,
All the grip is
that's what
gone.
they all say.
Wow.
Alright.
All right. Wait, Lance.
But at least I scored once, and Nathan.
Wait, I scored.
Is there another name for
The
basketball?
little hoops don't count.
Is there another name for basketball?
Inferior to soccer sport.
That the English call it, like, you call soccer football.
Oh, basketball? I think everyone calls it basketball. Netball?
Netball. There you go. Okay.
Netball.
Have fun at netball, guys.
As Will might say, that audio was a little dodgy. But I still want to thank Nathan and Will for coming on the show. They're both just seriously great guys. Alright, that's it. This podcast is over. We're declaring bankruptcy due to a lack of sponsors, so I don't know about another episode, but I want to thank you anyway for listening to A Jolt of Holt. I'm Grant Holt, telling you to remember the Alamo.